Hey there, today I'm going to break down everything you need to know about LLCs in super simple terms. Whether you're just starting your business journey or feeling confused about all this legal stuff, I've got you covered. So let's start with the basics. You probably already know that LLC stands for Limited Liability Company, but what does that actually mean? Well, think of an LLC as a protective shield between your personal life and your business. If something goes wrong with your business, maybe someone sues you or you end up in debt, your personal assets like your house, car, and savings are typically protected. That is basically the limited liability part in action. Now, you might be wondering why you should pick an LLC instead of, say, a sole proprietorship or corporation. Well, the truth is, LLCs offer some pretty awesome benefits. First off, they're super flexible when it comes to taxes. You can choose how you want to be taxed, either as a pass-through entity where the money flows straight to your personal taxes, or as a corporation. Plus, LLCs are actually much simpler to run than corporations. There's less paperwork and fewer formal requirements. You don't need to hold annual meetings or keep detailed minutes like corporations do. Okay, so now you know the basics of what an LLC is and why to start one. Let me share with you one of the easiest ways to get your LLC up and running. For this, you want to use a professional formation service like Taylor Brands, which I will link below for you. The process is actually really straightforward. You just go to their website, fill out some basic information about your business, and they handle pretty much everything else. They will file all your paperwork with the state, set you up with a registered agent service, and even help you get your EIN from the IRS. And the best part is they make sure everything is done correctly the first time, which saves you a lot of headache down the road. Okay, so let us talk about money for a minute. When you're forming an LLC, there are a few different costs to consider. With Taylor Brands, they offer free LLC formation service, but they also offer other packages that offer you extra help, and it's well worth the price in my opinion. Their basic plan covers your state filing fees and the basic formation service. You will also need a registered agent, which typically costs about $120 per year. Some additional services you might want them to handle includes an operating agreement template and compliance alerts, which could add another $100 or so to your total. But honestly, like I mentioned, considering the time and stress you save, many business owners find it well worth the investment. Now, before you jump into forming your LLC, you will need to gather some basic information. First, you'll need to choose a unique business name, and it has to end with LLC or Limited Liability Company. If you use Taylor Brands, they'll help you choose a name that isn't already taken. Then you'll need a physical address for your business. This can be your home address if you're just starting out. You will also need to decide who will be your registered agent. This is the person or company that receives legal documents for your business. Most people opt to use a professional service to do this for them, as the information provided here, such as the address, is public information. So if you want to keep your information private, I highly recommend getting someone like Taylor Brands to handle this for you. Okay, finally, you'll want to think about who will be involved in your business. Are you going solo, or will you have partners? Either way, you simply need to make sure that anyone in the LLC is listed on the record. Once you've got all this information and submitted it, your LLC will take a few days to a few weeks to be processed and officially formed. Once you have your LLC and everything is good to go, there are a few important things you'll need to take care of. First, you should open a separate business bank account. This is crucial for maintaining that liability protection we talked about earlier. Then you might need to apply for any specific licenses or permits for your industry. And do not forget about keeping good records. Even though LLCs are relatively simple, you will still need to keep track of your finances and maintain basic business documentation. Now, let me share some common mistakes I see people make with their LLCs. The biggest one is mixing personal and business finances. That is a big no-no when it comes to the IRS. Another mistake is forgetting to file annual reports or maintain their registered agent service. I know these might seem like small details, but they can actually put your LLC status at risk. Also, some people try to cut corners by not creating an operating agreement. Even if you are the only owner, having one is still really important for establishing your business's legitimacy. Here's the bottom line. If you want to protect your personal assets and have flexibility in how you run your business, an LLC is probably a great choice for you. And again, if you want to make the process as smooth as possible, I strongly recommend using a formation service like Taylor Brands. They will handle all the paperwork, filings, and make sure your annual payments, etc. are all taken care of, giving you more time to focus on actually building your business. And remember, starting a business is exciting, but it is important to do it right from the beginning. If you have any questions about forming your LLC, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe for more business tips and guides. Thanks for watching and good luck with your business journey.